What's up, YouTube? This is Thorbeard, here to share with you my top 5 ways to earn Astral Diamonds in Neverwinter. There are some changes to the way we refine rough Astral Diamonds and the way random queues work with Mod14. But I think random queues are still one of the best ways to get AD, you just have to know how to optimize it. So with that, let's jump into my top 5 ways to farm AD. My top way to earn AD is to run random dungeons, just like it used to be, except now the rewards are increased per dungeon because you can only earn the daily rewards once per account rather than once per character. However, they introduced additional queues, which makes it easy to run a bunch of these and get good rewards. My recommendation is to run a random leveling queue and a random intermediate queue, as these are going to be the most efficient and the most likely to have a successful pug group where you don't have to put a party together beforehand. The random advanced queue can tend to take a long time, and of course the random expert queue, you're going to have to find some really talented high-level players to be able to complete. That leads me to my number 2 way to earn AD, which is to farm hunts in Barovia. By combining these first two, I've been able to earn 120,000 Astral Diamonds in an hour. Now, this was with a group that we put together specifically for speedrunning hunts. And the way you want to do this is to run Tier 1 hunts with cards that will give you purple salvage. A lot of these cards are the purple cards that don't tend to make it too much more difficult. And if you also use cards that are in the stars suit, they will give you some purple salvage as well for some of the higher level ones. And as they increase the damage dealt by the mobs in the hunt, they don't make it too much more difficult for the Tier 1 hunts. And you're just going to want to get in a group that's willing to run these on repeat for a little while. Use some of your posters, use somebody else's posters and cards, and maximize your efficiency. My number 3 way to earn Astral Diamonds is guild marks. Guild marks are something that if you're in an active guild, you're probably going to be generating a lot of pretty passively just by running daily stronghold content like influence and the challenge quests that'll give you shards. Now, if you use my method for farming AD with guild marks, these don't count against your daily cap. So you can increase the amount of AD that you earn per day by farming guild marks and using them to buy Masterwork Professions items. So what you're going to want to do is go to the Masterwork Professions vendors if your guild or another guild has them up and buy the specialty materials that cost 2,000 guild marks. Look at the auction house and see which ones are selling at the highest rate. I typically will not sell these for less than 15,000 Astral Diamonds. I have sold them for as much as 40 to 45, so keep an eye on the market. It may be worthwhile to stockpile them up and save them for later, especially during double guild mark events and the like, where lots of people are putting them on the auction house. But this is a good way to generate some consistent AD over time. It's not something you'll be able to generate a ton of all at once, but especially during Guildmark events and events that are going on where you'll get a lot of things to donate to your guild, this is a good way to earn some passive AD. And my number 4 way to earn AD, if you're not able to run hunts in Barovia, is to just run some epic dungeons on repeat. If you get in a group to run multi-epic Temple of the Spider, then you'll be able to complete this dungeon very quickly and get some purple salvage, which is going to give you the best AD for your buck. There are also some of the really low-level epic dungeons that can be run in less than 10 minutes that don't require an epic dungeon chest key to get the salvage out of. Now, it's only blue salvage, so it's not quite as valuable, but it is something that you can do if you don't have access to epic dungeon chest keys through VIP or things like that. And my number 5 tip for earning Astral Diamonds is not necessarily a certain bit of content that you want to run, but just to be aware of when events are going on and try to maximize those in a way that lets you farm AD. That may be something like making sure to contribute a lot to your guild to earn guild marks during a double guild mark event, or running a lot of influence quests if there's a double influence event. If there's double professions going on, you can use your guild marks to buy explorer scrolls at a guild in your alliance that may have access to these, and then selling the contents of the explorer scrolls that you get from the various zones can then be more profitable than it is normally. So just know what's going on and what you can do to use the events to your best advantage. A great one to keep an eye out for is Double Seals event, where you're going to want to run a lot of quick content like skirmishes, low-level dungeons, and even hunts to earn more seals that you can then buy salvage with and salvage that for AD, or potentially even get yourself some good gear. So if you really try to maximize your efficiency by using these events and use the other tips I've outlined here, you should be able to get a pretty good amount of rough and regular Astral Diamonds by farming. As I mentioned, I have done this just using the first 2 steps and been able to earn right at 120,000 Astral Diamonds per hour by running hunts and random queues on one character. I will be releasing a video soon to show you exactly how I did that and how you might be able to duplicate that. So if you want to see future Neverwinter videos, please subscribe. If you learned something from this one, leave a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll see you next time.